You are now tuned in to the epicenter of geek news with your hosts, the slippery online streamer warlord with the skills to back it up, Fergie, and the master of Marvel, the cinema showstopper, Chaotic. This is Tenacious Geeks.
That's the first One Piece episode I've watched in forever because I've been waiting for them to animate the fucking Gear 5 transformation.
So were you caught up? Or were
Yeah, I knew everything that was. I knew everything that was going on. Like I knew where I'm in the manga. Like there was just because I keep up the way that I do. Like there's no point of watching, except for the specific parts that like. So like I'm waiting for. They just finished. I think this week's episode is the tail end of the fight with Kaido, or there's gonna be a little bit in the next episode. I haven't watched yet, so I couldn't tell. But like I was waiting for the full Kaido fight to be animated. So then that way I can watch the full thing. Because, like, from start to end, like, there's Gear 5 in it. Like, it's a dope fight. But it's the whole fight sick. Luffy dies, I think. Like, Kaido whoops his ass, like, twice before he gets fucking Gear 5. Like, everybody thinks he's fucking dead. And then fucking you hear the drums of liberation, and that's Luffy's heartbeat. And he's just fucking bum 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 bum.
Yeah,
he's like
Joy Boy wakes up.
Yeah, and then he awakens his fruit, which that's when everybody finds out, where everybody found out in the manga from the world government, that it's actually not the Gomu Gomu no Mi. That's not Vegapunk. Even Vegapunk, I think Vegapunk says this just a little bit in a few episodes, that he has the list of like every devil fruit that's been registered, named, created, or whatever. Yeah. And what's the gum gum fruit? The rubber fruit.
Yeah. It was like it's gum gum. It's
yeah. What kind of
we've known for like 10 years.
Well, what kind of fruit did Chomper eat?
I'm assuming Chomp Chomp.
No, the Hito fruit. Human fruit.
Okay, I don't really remember the names.
Because Chomper was a deer, and then he ate a devil fruit that turned him into that gave him human-like characteristics and capabilities.
I'm not there yet.
It's called the human fruit.
Okay.
Is what it's at. Is like the Nomu Nomu, or like the gum rubber.
Chop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's Buggy the Clown that has the chop fruit.
And I love Buggy the Clown.
Yeah. So what the actual name of that fucking fruit is, so it's, everybody knows it as the, Gomu Gomu no Mi, the gum fruit.
Yeah.
It's the Hito no Mi model Nika, which is the human fruit, or the human god fruit model Nika. So it's technically a god fruit. And even Vegapunk says in a few episodes, like, out of all the registered, like, the information of every devil fruit that he has, there is no rubber fruit. There is no gum fruit. Spin. Yeah, the world government's been hiding the real name of that fruit, so nobody knew that was where Joy Boy came from, was a fruit. Like that's where, like, after the original Joy Boy, his soul transferred into a Zoan fruit, which is a Zoan and has Zoan and Lugia properties. Because Zoan gives you the physical transformation, like Kaido, where he turned into the dragon. And the Lugia fruit gives you the ability to manipulate the shit around you, which is why in the episode and all of that, why you saw Luffy, like, now we're going to talk about it, Luffy hitting that cold-ass moonwalk, where he grabbed the fucking ground, pulls that bitch up, or shoots his arm back, grabs the fucking ground, like,
and moonwalks down.
Yeah, it just does all this crazy shit. I thought I was about to have a seizure during that scene. And then full hits the hardest moonwalk ever. Sorry, MJ, but like just
it was good.
Skirted on him.
It was good.
And then landed, grabbed that bitch, and fucking just pulled that wall up. Like, I love fucking his awakening powers. That's why I couldn't wait to see it animated, because I knew, like, it was just extremely ridiculous in the manga and, like, stupid. I read a couple of chapters of it. Like,
it's like a...
It's a power of imagination,
cartoony,
literally.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing. So it's considered the most ridiculous power.
Yeah.
Like that, the fruit is considered the most ridiculous. Like that's even what the world government says. And so it's
because your imagination.
It's because the power is limited to the user's imagination.
Yeah, and Luffy
is just nothing but imagination. Like,
it's just nothing. There's nothing there anyway.
So like, and there was
that'd be like giving it to SpongeBob.
Yeah, I was watching a video earlier this week, and it was talking about like when you look at Luffy in the flashbacks and shit like that, like Luffy didn't have the same like carefree attitude and shit like that. When you see him go back to like when him and Ace and shit are kids and like they're all running around and shit together, like Luffy's not that funny, happy-go-lucky fucking kid in those flashbacks.
No, he's always concerned.
He's concerned and serious like and just like he still wants to be the pirate king.
Even
but
when
like,
he was a kid with Shanks.
Yeah. And so, but his demeanor changed because he took up parts of the traits from Joy Boy from eating the Hita fruit.
That makes sense.
And then that's... Well, everybody, that was the soft opening for Tenacious Geeks. This is this week's episode. I don't even know what fucking number it is. I don't really care.
24.
Cool.
24.
Cool.
Last week would have been 24.
But that was introduction of the Ho Ninja part 1.
Yeah. So we did a filler episode because it was,
Because I broke the main
happened.
line, one of the main water valves into my house. We had to dig like a 3-foot hole. It was great. But that's besides the point. That's either neither nor everywhere. I will not eat you with a boat on a hoe in a moat. Fuck you, alligator choke.
Okay, Sam, I am.
Green eggs and ham.
I love green eggs and ham, though. So, welcome to another week.
To this week's episode.
We hope you like this episode more than the filler.
Tenacious Geekers.
It's just a filler. Don't worry about it.
And I'm saying this now here on the podcast. I'll change it later. But my goal is now to start streaming at least 3 nights a week. I haven't figured out what days, but I will normally be on about like 8-ish.
Me too. I'm trying, and I'm hoping. This is my goal, is to match your schedule as much as I can, so I can get off as you're getting on.
Right.
So that way we're not trying to compete with each other.
Right.
So, because normally I'm trying to do mine at like 5.
Right, and I normally get on
Pacific,
between like 7 and 8.
Pacific time. So that way, and I'm only on for like hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yep, same.
I haven't really been on this week. I haven't streamed much because World Champs has been going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just stress.
Right.
It's stressful. I wasn't there, but it was stressful.
He broke the top 1,000 in the world, though. He broke the top 1,000 in the world.
And then I got knocked the fuck back down.
Did you?
They put me back in my place.
They said, nah, bitch, listen.
But I did hit top 1,000 players. I was fucking so excited.
That's fucking no easy feat. Like, that's pretty tough.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about some shit, though? Like, let me get it out there real quick.
Break it down for me.
So World Champs went on. It started Thursday night for us, but it was Friday in Japan. They did it in Yokohama, Japan. Okay, so it started because it just ended at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Just today.
Gotcha.
Closing ceremonies and everything, bro. So Japan sweat.
You was up watching that shit, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I've been up for the last 3 days. Like. Because so technically 9 a.m. in Japan is 5 p.m. here. Mm-hmm. So it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like, what, 22 hours ahead of us or something?
16.
Like that? Is it 16?
Yeah, 16 hours ahead. So yeah, 5 p.m. here is 9 a.m. there. Mm-hmm. So Thursday night started Friday's World Champs, day 1. And so day 1 was okay until the end of day 1 happened, and come to find out that they banned and disqualified like half of the players.
Why?
Because apparently they were using hacked Pokemon. So there's this thing you can do online. And I'm not saying whether I've done it or not. But I know people that have. Mm. So you literally can go on. There's a program. You can make a Pokemon. And you can make it legal and legit and everything. And then have it sent to your game. So it looks all legit. They went through a whole bunch of hack checks. Like extra hard. Because Japan has a law about modifying game software. Mm-hmm. Any kind of software. Like 5 years in jail, kind of modifying software. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And since Worlds was in Japan, like normally nobody gives a fuck. Like, okay, you, instead of sitting here breeding and training and leveling up and all that to get competitive, they just go in a program, make it, go play test it.
Right.
Right? Not this time.
Nuh-uh, you getting jet time, bitch.
No, there's one player, his name's Wolf. And he's like one of the top, like from America that everybody knows. Yeah. Made it 2-0, disqualified day 1. Like kicked the fuck out, sent home.
Damn.
And about half the players did. And I'm like, oh my God. So there's this big uproar uproar
within the Pokemon community.
Yeah, so it's like, because they call it genning, generating. Mm-hmm. So it's the genners versus the actual players,
the non-genners,
the genners and breeders, pretty much. So it's a whole big fucking thing, and then so that ended up leading to Japan sweeping the whole competition.
So, you know that's why they did that shit. That's why they did that shit.
There's a conspiracy there. But
absolutely.
But nobody wants to admit it.
Oh, so nobody just wants to say it because Japan's the fucking home front of fucking Pokemon.
So
you best believe this happened somewhere else, motherfucker. That you'd be seeing that shit crawl all over the internet. I'm talking about that on stream tonight. They can get fucked. I don't care. I'm not in the Pokemon community.
I was getting yelled at. In the Twitch chat because they stream it on Twitch. And I'm over here like, oh. Go figure, they kick a bunch of players out, and then Japan wins all 3 divisions. So there's a juniors, a seniors, and a masters.
Right.
So it's, anything under like 12, and then 12 to 17 or something.
And 18 and up.
Yeah, and then, all adults or whatever is masters. And so a Japan player won all 3 divisions.
I fucking bet they did.
And I'm just like, are you fucking serious? Like, go fucking figure.
Yeah,
I mean, I love you, Japan, and I really want to go, but that was some bullshit.
I was going to say, it does just like...
It was some bullshit. But I mean, they do hack checks every tournament.
And yeah.
But for them to make it, a few rounds in...
And then do
it?
Like,
Homeboy was 2-0, and then another one was 4-2. He was going to, because it was 7 rounds for the first day, was literally getting ready to start his last round of the day. And they're like, nah, you got to get the fuck out of here.
Were they playing against Japanese people?
I don't know. Probably.
That's the money question.
There's something there, though. That's the money question.
Or were they playing against Japanese players?
Probably.
Or were they getting ready to play against Japanese
But it was also the very first Worlds they've ever done in Japan. Ever.
Oh, yeah. Japan was trying to be like, we're the home front of... That, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, really.
What? That's weird.
Over half of the world championships have been in the United States.
We do have,
Europe.
We do have a bigger fucking. Surprisingly, we do have a big. Well, I mean, for one, we have.
I
think Japan actually beats us in population count too.
Not compared to the U.S. We're a lot bigger.
That's true.
Like Japan's like.
That's right. We have like 7 million. They have like 2 million.
Don't quote me on this, but I think Japan's like the size of California.
It's bigger. It's bigger than California.
Or the West Coast.
I think it's the West Coast.
But it definitely ain't bigger than all 50 states. But.
They do have a fuck ton of people, though.
Yeah, they do.
Japan has a fuck ton of people.
So Japan won, and then they announced...
Oh, that's right. It's Russia and China that have more people than we do per capita.
They announced where Worlds will be next year. Next August.
Let me guess. California?
Nope.
Where?
Just if you could guess, anywhere in the United States. Because it is in
Seattle.
It is in the United States next year.
Seattle.
I wish.
That'd be dope. Halo Champs last year was in Seattle.
You know how nice that would be to just... Dude, I'm 3 hours from Seattle.
Oh, bet.
Easy.
Bet. Look, bro, we could do day trips up there, dude, motherfucker.
We'll run down to Portland and buy a $50 plane ticket. Half hour, we'll be up in Seattle. It's literally a 23-minute flight.
Bro, we drive Subarus. Just fill up that tank. We'll be there in an hour and a half.
For real. Literally. No, so just random guess.
Bro, I do that drive almost every fucking day, dog. Fuck.
So just a random guess.
Ohio.
That's fucking random.
You said random guess.
It's in Honolulu.
Oh, that's cool.
Honolulu, Hawaii.
That's fucking cool.
Which is kind of weird because they're having really bad fucking like wildfires right now.
Yeah, but that's like a year. That's a year away, though.
Yeah, so I wonder if it's part of like let's help them rebuild.
It could be. Oh, absolutely.
So it's in Hawaii next year.
Because that'll bring a big amount of fucking tourists and money to fucking.
So guess who's got goals for 2024?
And they make it to fucking go to Hawaii. And fucking do that 6-hour plane ride of fucking 4 hours of staring at water.
Pretty much. I sleep anyway.
That's still a trip, bro. Just sitting there like, oh, this could fucking suck.
I'll just play Pokemon the whole time.
I'm
gonna have to sit there and make sure that my shit ain't generated and hacked.
Gotta double check, make sure I put the right ones from the right file in.
I'm gonna do a 6-hour check, like,
Just fucking redoing the coding on the mod just to see, so it won't get picked up by a fucking hack generator.
But next year's gonna have a whole different format anyway.
Right. Well, it ain't gonna be in Japan, so fuck it.
Well, so they did the whole Pokemon Home thing, I think I told you about when that was happening. So that changed regulations from all the regionals to Worlds. It was a whole different format, which is the format we have now. So all the new legendaries and shit, or all the old ones. Those were the ones that were getting people kicked out. They didn't have like save data from the old games and shit because they were hacking them, genning them. So the Pokemon didn't have data from the game it should have came from when they transferred it over. And so now we have the DLC coming out. The first one's, I think, September.
I saw that they were. I saw a video.
Part one
I think
is
it was
in
like
September.
I saw a TikTok or some shit like that with the DLC of like what Pokemon were going to be coming and like what the new legendary types were going to be and shit. Like I saw that. I think I saw that last night.
Well, it's just a DLC. I think we only get 4 new.
Yeah,
5, 6 new Pokemon or something like that.
You get 4 and 2.
Well, we get 4 in the first one, and I think 4 in the next one. I think it's
gotcha.
8.
And then it's like some of them are like essentially like in Pokemon Go, where it was a low end is what it looked like. Is like it's the same Pokemon, just like a different type, essentially, or a different type set, and then either different priority move or something else. I can't remember what the third thing was.
Yeah, it's like we get the Poison Trio.
I don't remember which ones it was.
We get the big teal mask guy. We get the little turtle.
One of them looks like
we get a new Raikou.
That one. It looks like fucking
giraffe.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like the fucking Alolan version of fucking Execute.
Yeah,
the fucking palm tree long neck looking motherfucker.
I think what it is because
it literally looks like a giraffe fucking.
Because Scarlet and Violet are past and present, right? Or past and future.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like Scarlet's got like old Pokemon Paradox. They're like ancient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one that I have.
Yeah, and then I have Violet, which is the future
which
one.
I'm stalled out on like how I should figure out where to fucking go to finish the story.
I can help you.
I know. I just keep fucking.
So Raikou is based on. I think he's based on like a Bronchiosaurus.
Oh, I don't.
Oh shit. So we had. Do you know who Walking Wake is?
No.
So we got a Suicune already.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen him? He looks like a fucking T-Rex.
No shit.
Yes, dead serious. You're gonna hear some typing.
I need to start playing fucking Pokemon again.
I have one. I caught one. They only come out in the raids. So this is Walking Wake.
That's dope.
Which is the Paradox Suicune.
Oh, so that would be the one that I would get?
Yeah, so that's the one that... It was only in a raid. You can't get it right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Because I have Scarlet, that's the one I can
get. And it came out in like a 7-star raid.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah.
Because I think like all my Pokemon right now, like I just finished and beat the gym where I can control my like low 40 ones and shit. Because like I can catch up to 50 and kind of control them. So like all of my mid and low 40s.
Just let me know, bro. I'll send you a team. You'll fucking sweep that whole fucking game.
I need to connect online. But so
this is what we got for Scarlet was this one.
That's the new one?
No, that was the old one. That's Iron Leaves.
Oh, that's
that was the one we got before.
That's supposed to be Suicune?
No. So this is Suicune. This is Virizion.
Which one's that?
I think it is. It was from Gen 5.
Gen 5 Legendaries is what I would do.
I think it's Virizion. I think so. Yeah, Virizion. This was a Gen 5 Pokemon.
Oh.
And then it just became futuristic.
It looks like a deer with a hammerhead.
Pretty much.
Like it looks like a walking hammerhead shark.
And then now we have...
That's a grass type.
Is it Terrakion? Yeah, Terrakion's the next one. Which is this guy. And so we have Iron Crown, I believe they call it. Yep. This guy is the new one coming. Which is the robot.
Yeah, you'll have to keep me posted when the raids and shit are going on, so then that way.
And then there's the Raikou.
I want the Raikou. I like the Raikou.
His name's Raging Bolt.
That's Raikou.
It's Raikou. Like he looks weird. It's different, but anyway,
it looks cool.
But I think he's like a Bronchiosaurus. So we got like a T-Rex. Motherfucker, or a raptor.
That's a long neck.
Same thing. It's Littlefoot.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if nobody doesn't name him Littlefoot, I'm gonna be mad.
I'll name his ass Littlefoot.
You better.
Yeah, but, come on now. Degenerate nerd here. Okay.
And so I think.
Yeah, next weekend's tattoo weekend.
Do you think Entei will be a pterodactyl? We got 2 out of the 3 dogs. We got to get one more, right?
What?
So we got a Bronchiosaurus.
I don't think so.
And a T-Rex.
I know, but there's already a pterodactyl.
But not of the 3. Who's a pterodactyl?
Pterodactyl.
Oh, dude, but we already have a T-Rex. We have a lot of those. We got a lot of long necks. We got giraffes. You know what I mean? We got.
We don't have any actual. We don't have any actual like long neck We don't have any like long neck dinosaur types actually though. Yeah, we have the T-Rex one, which is like within the last 2 gens, I think.
And we got.
Oh yeah, I guess we do.
We do. We have fucking this bitch. Can't remember her name.
This bitch.
Auroras.
It looks more like that gecko dinosaur.
Kind of, but it is a long neck.
That motherfucker be spitting and shit.
Like it's a long neck dinosaur, essentially.
It looks like that spitting dragon, just not as vertical.
Yeah.
Because those things did walk on all 4s. They just ran on there too.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. But either way, I think it'll be like an Ankylosaurus. The one that kind of like the armadillo looking motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I think that would be badass.
Armadillo looking bitch.
Yeah, the one with the like fucking mace on his tail. Yeah. The fucking spikes, that'd be tight. Make him like a turtle.
And then we had that fucking headbutt Pokemon that looked like the goddamn... That was like essentially based off the fucking headbutting dinosaur.
Yeah.
From back in the day. Or no, actually, that was actually within the last like 3 or 4 seasons too. Or 3 or 4 gens. I just can't remember its name.
Rampardos.
Rampardos? Is it Rampardos?
It's Rampardos.
Oh, okay.
I think that was Gen 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That was Diamond and Pearl.
Was that Diamond and Pearl?
I think so.
Yeah, because we're on what? Gen 5 or 6?
We're on 9.
Oh, shit. Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, bud.
I was trying to find...
Yeah, there's the T-Rex. I knew that one.
Yeah, there's one T-Rex. I was trying to find like a picture of like the Pokemon to the real thing. Because I swear I saw one. So like here's like the prehistoric Pokemon here.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Yeah, you're talking about this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Rampardos. I can't remember his name. But
he evolved into that thing.
Aerodactyl. Yeah,
Aerodactyl, Kabuto.
We got the T-Rex. We got the turtle.
I didn't even know there was a turtle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We all know fucking Anorith, Armaldo, and yeah, Ardildo. Tortuga, that's the turtle's name.
Tortuga.
Couldn't remember his name.
So the Isle of Tortuga. Oh, yeah, I do. Now that I see it up closer, I do remember that now. The mammoth?
Yeah, he don't count. He's not an actual fossil. This guy. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is... Dude, Scarlet and Violet is Gen 9.
Jesus Christ.
Like, so Sword and Shield was 8.
Like, I don't even
Sun and Moon was 7.
I haven't even beat Star yet. I still need to finish beating Star in the game.
X and Y was 6. That was the last time I played big competitively.
So Gen 10 is going to be the first gen without Ash Ketchum as the main character.
No, Gen 9 is.
No, because
for the anime, Gen 9 is.
No, because really?
Yeah, because they just started Gen 9, the new anime. The
and
Pokemon Horizons the new one or whatever.
I don't even know what the new one's.
Yeah, it's called Pokemon Horizons, I think. Dude, but it's 3 characters, and they each gets a starter and shit.
So it'd be essentially like following Ash, Misty, and Brock from Jump.
Kind of, but it's like it's all new.
Well, no, I get what.
Yeah, see, they got the new starters.
Yeah, no, I get what you're. No, I understand what you're saying, but I was saying like so the new one, the way that it's starting, it would be as if Ash, Misty, and Brock all started at the same time in the same town. Like,
essentially,
all started together off Jump
it's
instead
almost,
of fucking going through and beating
like red, blue, and green.
Yeah,
yeah, from the manga type shit. Yeah, so essentially, yeah. But they start in the new...
Does he still have... Is Pikachu still involved?
In the new one?
Yeah. Somebody better have fucking Pikachu.
I see a picture of a Pikachu.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't think he is.
I think that... Stop with the cap.
I mean, here's...
Captain Pika.
I mean, it's a Pikachu. But this says, who's Captain Pikachu? Because it can't be Ash. It can't be Pikachu. I don't know. It can't be our Pikachu. But
all I know is I gotta start watching this new Pokemon, try and figure out lure and shit. And fuck, god damn it! Good thing I got an excuse because I got kids.
Don't ever need an excuse to play Pokemon.
I can't blame to watch Pokemon. That's a different story to play Pokemon. Like Pokemon Go will always be installed on my phone.
Trying to play this shit competitively is so fucking hard sometimes. You'll get on a losing streak, like I do. You get on a win streak. You get your ass whooped, and then you'll whoop ass. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was me playing COD. That was me playing COD the other night, bro. I
know. I was watching you.
Hold that. I wasn't streaming. That was fucking hilarious. That clip was awesome.
I was dying.
I wish that Simtex would have stuck, so that would have been even funnier.
Oh my god!
Like just going through and then getting the kills while saying that, and then Kelso repeating it in the background.
I heard him.
Was fucking gold.
It would have been funnier if you were running around with a tomahawk.
Hold that. Pick up the knife. Hold that. William Knife Man.
Your little
tip touch.
Titty bear's pretty cool. Oh, tip touch. Woo! So what do you think of the new lights? What do you think? Feels a little bit...
I like the ambiance.
It's nice, isn't it?
I like the ambiance.
I can change the colors. I get lots of colors, sir. There's a blue. Yeah. This is how you can tell my mood for the day. The white's fucking bright, though. Like, compared to off. It's pretty tight. But I like my purple.
It's the ambiance.
This guy. This fucking guy. If you know where that's from, shout out to you.
You're a fucking degenerate, just like the rest of us.
If you don't...
You watch way too much hentai.
I'm sorry. Oh. It's been great. So I got some notes.
Nope. Dibs on first because I only have one.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay.
I had to get that out about Worlds and Pokemon. I got to do.
Are you ready for this? All right. So
what do you got?
Ferg might be starting a new section called "Welcome to the mature 10 minutes of this podcast."
Oh, is this what you asked my wife earlier?
No, I didn't ask her. Oh shit.
I was like, what?
What?
My kids are out there yelling.
What woman from anime would you turn into a toaster strudel?
What?
Or a cream pie? Which
female
Am I giving
anime
it a cream
character? Pie or turning it, like eating it?
No, I mean you can eat her. That's great. That's up to you.
What I mean, like, am I giving a cream pie?
Yes.
Or am I?
Which anime?
You said turn into. I'm thinking like bibbidi bobbidi boo. I'm gonna eat the fuck out of you.
Turn into a toaster strudel or a cream pie.
Define toaster strudel, like the actual food.
As in, like, come on her face, come on her stomach, toaster strudel.
Okay, see, I'm thinking an actual, like, put her in a toaster and fucking eat the bitch.
I mean, you can
like
do that.
food.
It depends on like how crispy you want to eat it. I guess
that's weird. That is weird.
I don't remember why I wrote this down or what podcast I was listening.
Hinata.
No, I've already used that one.
I know. It's just a little callback. This is deep cuts.
Dude, I wasn't even listening to the episode. I don't remember what the fuck I was listening to, but it was like a similar question. I was like, this is going to be fucking gold.
All right, Mr. Ho Ninja.
Oh, no, I asked you first. Go ahead. Because I got to think about it, too, because I'm not quite sure since I used Sonata.
I don't know. I don't. It's just weird. I don't know.
Bro, you couldn't tell me you would like smash an obby for One Piece?
No. She'd get socked in the mouth the way she talks to people.
That's the best part, bro. You just grab her by the throat. She can't fuck. You know she likes it rough. What about Robin? You can't tell me you wouldn't smash Robin. You would smash Robin.
Who?
Robin, the archaeologist.
In One Piece?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that far yet. I
I
haven't watched much in the last month.
The one with the female character, the female in the crew with the black hair.
Oh, the one that used to be the...
They used to work for Crocodile?
No, I was thinking of somebody else. She's got like the slippery fruit or something. That's the one I was thinking of for some reason. I don't know.
No, I know anybody that anybody that listens to this podcast and shit and watches One Piece will know what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't. So,
It's kind of funny because you're not a big anime nerd, so this question would be difficult, but it's still just kind of funny to watch you struggle through it.
Well, it's like I'm trying to think, but on the spot at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck? But then it's like, I don't really think of anime like that either. So it's like,
you're not a real degenerate.
I don't really know.
You're not a real degenerate.
Lady Midnight.
From MHA? My man.
I'll take that one.
You want to talk about a mouse? She's gonna degrade you the whole time.
Cool. She's gonna get socked in it a lot, but she's got that sand. It don't matter.
That's the difference.
I'm not gonna
be like, degrade me harder, mommy. Degrade me harder.
Yeah, there you go. I am the hoe hero.
I mean,
I did have.
You already essentially told them how I got the name the Hoe Ninja. So I mean, so if I'm crossing it out off the list, right. I'm gonna cross off Hanabi too, because essentially I can't bang the little sister of the one that I already picked. I mean, I could. I am a degenerate in the Hoe Ninja. You know, Shadow Dig Jutsu. They ain't gonna find me.
They ain't gonna find me.
Let's check. Ooh. You watched Full Metal Alchemist, right?
I have long time ago.
Yeah. Fuck. What is her name? The blonde chick that worked on Ed's chainmail, arm mill. Winry.
Okay.
I pick Winry.
Okay.
Just that down ass country girl that works her ass off. You know, she's down for some weird shit.
I mean, yeah. Okay. I see.
Okay, go ahead. Your turn.
I was just like, I didn't even answer the toaster strudel part.
Well, it's just either or. Which one? Essentially, which one would you bone and either fucking treat her like a porn video or treat her like your wife? Either fucking comment or come on.
Oh no, they're all getting toaster strudel. The wife's the only one that gets the other one.
Only my wife will be my Twinkie.
I was like, at least you said, you know, anime character and not real person.
Meh.
Yeah.
You die, not me. I just laugh.
Anime is more entertaining anyway.
Bitches will do whatever you want.
So, you saw Guardians 3, finally.
I did not. That's a lie.
You saw it. You finally did homework. It's only been 3 months.
All I have to say, my favorite part of that whole movie is when Groot pulled fucking all the guns out of his jail pocket.
Oh, dude, it was so
I feel like Star-Lord probably should have wiped those off first, though.
Dude, Star-Lord was... Do you see what I mean with him the whole movie? Not once did he put his mask on.
Nope.
And that was probably you lose half a star for that.
All I have to say is this was at one point in time, like I'm tearing up and shit like that. And Lexi said something. I was like, shut up, you're crying. She looks over and he starts laughing. She's like, what? Sees me like tearing up, wipe my eyes. Shut up, you're crying.
What part?
There's a couple of parts that I fucking teared up at. When Rocket came back. When they finally got the fucking code and shit like that and fucking got the bomb.
Did you realize he wasn't dying? And he came back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God.
Right when he came back, you saw that big fight scene I was talking about? Mm-hmm. Where they were all in the hallway and it's soloed in on each of their like, oh, dude, fuck.
Yeah, that shit was... The fight scene of the year. The fight scenes of that movie were phenomenal.
Dude, it was so...
Like, the fight scenes in that movie were phenomenal.
It was fucking great.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
One of my other favorite parts is when fucking you see Gamora come in with the fucking Ravagers and shit like that when they're going to the fucking
the Orgo Corp.
Yeah, that one. The fucking big old fucking goddamn whatever.
The space butthole.
Yeah, the big old space butthole, like space butthole with like 3 areolas.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It looked more like a giant sphincter and fucking intestines all around it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. And then she's like, at one part, Groot's like, I am Groot. And they say something. She's like, y'all know you're just making shit up when he says that, right?
Right.
Like,
she's like, oh, but you're Groot.
And then, like, at the very end of it, like, you hear him go, she goes up to her at the very end, fucking, before she goes back to the Ravagers, she's like, I am Groot. And she's like, blah, 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 blah.
And then she looks and she's like, wait a minute.
She's like, I just fucking understood that.
But then at the very, very, very end, what does he say?
I love you guys.
Yeah. So
I love you guys.
According to James Gunn, that was us understanding him. It wasn't him talking.
Oh, that was us. That was us being able to understand. I am Groot.
Like how everybody else did. See how it took Gamora some time.
To figure it out.
Yeah.
So since this apparently is the end of 3, finally we get it's clicking for us as like the third party watcher.
So to everybody else, they're hearing him talk normal. It's all of us.
It's just the I am Groot.
We hear I am Groot.
He just says that one sentence. This fool just had a complex fucking idea.
Same thing when it was we are Groot. He said that in the first movie.
Right, before he died, quote unquote.
And essentially
before he phoenixed.
Yeah. And essentially that's what we heard. And so that was us becoming Guardians.
Dude, your son cannot leave that goddamn thing alone.
No, he just got it yesterday.
He's like, bitch,
and it's been charging all day, and he's waiting.
Ride it.
We had to go get batteries for the controller. That's where we walked over there and went to Dutch Brothers.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. He wants to go outside in the street, though. Must be the cat.
Bet you won't beat that kid. Can't touch this. No. Don't touch me. Oh, yeah.
That's funny. Oh, so anyways, yeah.
I say you hear is fuck.
It was a fucking fantastic movie.
Okay.
I cried.
It was a really good movie. It was a really good movie.
I saw Fast 10 finally.
I haven't watched that. What's it on? You haven't watched it? What's it on?
I bought it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I bought it.
What streaming platform is it on? Because I really want to watch that.
Nothing yet. It's not streaming yet.
Really? Normally when it comes onto DVD, then it's streaming.
No. You can buy it digitally, which is what I was going to do like 2 months ago. But we have them all physically. So we wanted it physically. But
So you can buy it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Google Play TV. You can rent it at Redbox.
Yeah, you can buy it on like anything, but I went to Walmart and finally bought the Blu-ray.
I almost did that fucking earlier. I might fucking rent that just to watch it. I want to watch that so bad.
It was really good.
That's what I heard.
Like coming from somebody who hated 8 and 9, yeah, It was really good. Jason Momoa, oh dude, he's like the Joker.
I love Jason Momoa.
He is fucking.
I fucking love Jason Momoa.
He's like that off camera. He's just quirky.
He's a big old goofball.
Exactly.
He is just a big old goofball.
So at one point, dude, he's over there. There's 2 dead bodies. He's got tape, like making them smile and holding their eyes open and shit. He's over there painting their nails, just having a conversation with them, being himself. And then he's like, "All right, guys, I got stuff to do." He's like, "There's some mimosas. Finish your mimosas and all this other shit." And I'm like, this motherfucker.
Hello?
It was great. Like you know they're dead. And he's over there painting their nails. He's got fucking his hair up in like pigtails and just Jason Momoa being a fucking dork. He's.
I would love to just sit down and fucking just hang out with that man for 30 minutes.
Dude, his quips and one-liners in that whole movie was like, he was better than Roman.
Oh really?
His one-liners were better than Tyrese. And we know Tyrese is there for the comedy.
Yeah, he's the comedic relief. He is the comedic
Jason
relief.
Jason Momoa definitely.
Like essentially, the 2 comedic relief characters are fucking. It's Tyrese's main, and then fucking Ludacris is his backup, just for them to flip shit to each other all movie.
The 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that's not 2 best friends from the fucking hood, like I don't know what it is.
Well, they used to be in the music industry and all that.
Yeah, and so they've known each other for years. Like, but I'm saying, like,
Fast, Too Furious
in that movie, like, just essentially, like, that's essentially what you think of from 2 homies from the hood, like 2 best friends that grew up in fucking a really ghetto area together.
Do you remember
that just fucking constantly talk shit, pick on each other, but like have each other's back in a goddamn heartbeat?
So, it was the end of one of them. I think it was 8. No, I think it was 7. The end of 7 or 8 or something. I don't know. One of the endings, they're at the back of Dom's house.
Oh, at the barbecue, he's like, "Oh, don't forget the baby oil."
He said, "You better hide the baby oil."
Yeah.
He said, "You better hide that big ass forehead." That was improvised.
And you better hide that big ass forehead. I know, that's why Tyrese was like.
And Ludacris spits his drink out and all that. Like that was legit improvised. I love this whole set. John Cena came back. John Cena's in Fast 10 a lot, and I love him. He's awesome.
There's
way better than he was.
There's no Dwayne Johnson though.
I must no comment. Stay for the credits.
Oh, okay. Because they had Vin Diesel and The Rock had a huge fucking falling out.
I know. I didn't think about it, but yeah, spoiler. The Rock's in the post-credit.
For fucking what? It's supposed to be the last movie.
No. This is part 1, dude.
Oh, is it?
This is part 1.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a 2-part. I thought this was supposed to be the last fucking movie.
So I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. This is the first Fast and Furious that does not end properly. So you know how we always get
a full closing,
closure, and then
see what happens after for like, and then the meet back at the house for the barbecue. Yep. You know, the whole traditional Fast and Furious ending.
Nope. This is the first time. It's like Infinity War kind of ending,
with just the fat ass cliffhanger.
Yes, right in the middle. Like some bad shit just happened. Boom, credits.
That's some fuck shit.
Dude, it was like seeing Infinity War all over again. I was like, and I gotta wait a year for this shit.
Fast and Furious, you don't do this.
Fast and Furious,
you
Endgame?
Don't do this. Fast and Furious Endgame, Fast and Infinity,
Fast and Infinity, Infinity and Furious, Infurious,
Fast and Furious Infinity Wars, instead of Fast and Furious Race Wars.
So we're gonna get an X2.
Fucking X.5 my nuts.
Like it's X-Men.
X.5 my nuts.
But yeah, so The Rock's he's get like a little post credit, and I think he had to come back for the finale. I think that's so.
Well, yeah, he was in 3 fucking movies. He was a fucking essentially half-ass. He was supposed to be a continuous...
No, he was in 4, 5, 6,
and then Hobbs and Shaw.
No, he wasn't in 5.
He was in. He was
in 5,
3 of them.
5, 6, 7, and 8. So 4.
No, because Hobbs and Shaw was 8.
No, he was in Fast 8. I don't count Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw is one of the 10 set.
No, it's that one's a spinoff. So technically that'd be 11 or something like that.
Oh, I thought that was part of the.
That one comes after 8. Because Jason Statham helped save the baby. And then that's when The Rock and Jason Statham break off. Does that make sense?
No.
Because The Rock is in... He lost being a cop.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. In number 8. Do you not remember he was at the big soccer game and then helped him steal the big EMP or whatever? And then Dom took off with it and he got blamed for it. Yeah, that was 8 because Dom went to save the kid. Yeah. Yeah. And so he was sitting in the hospital forever. He made the joke about Tay-Tay. Everybody remembers that. You don't remember? Oh. Yeah, he lost his badge for like majority of that movie. And I don't know how you don't remember. All he did was flex his arm and a whole cast fucking broke off. Like... All right, hey Jamie, pull it up real quick.
Oh, now that you have a full PC set up and like 3 screens, like you just gonna do all this fucking like videos and shit that nobody can fucking see?
No, I won't do videos because nobody can hear it. But like, yeah, like he went to jail, had the big fight with Jason Statham in number 8.
That was in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes, that was in that too. But they did have a fight scene.
The fight scene that I remember, they were on the same team, and that's when they went through the 2 tunnels together, and I think that was still Hobbs and Shaw.
That part was Hobbs and Shaw, yes. But they did fight after that. And I'm trying to figure out where it was, because he's like, I'm going to beat your ass like a Cherokee drum.
Yes, that was in fucking Hobbs and Shaw.
That was also in Fast 8. I think it might have been post-credits I'm thinking of for that part. But he did. He was a cop and then lost his cop shit, and he went to jail because little nobody put him in handcuffs, and he's like,
yeah,
something about his daughter. He's like, you don't want to do that.
I'm pretty sure that was Hobbs and Shaw.
Like, where the fuck is that?
Because I'm pretty sure Hobbs and Shaw is part of the fucking series.
It is, but it's separate. It's after 8. Because then 9 came out, and he wasn't in 9. Because that's when they had the big fight. Because they had the fucking drone, and he grabbed the fucking Gatling gun off the helicopter. He starts fucking shooting it.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure The Rock was only in 2 fucking movies.
No, he was in 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I know this for a fact because I've seen them all so many times. So look, here's 5. I don't know, you can't really see the picture, but he's right there. Because that's when he first shows up. Mm-hmm. That's Rio.
That's when they're in South America. That's when they rob it. That's why Jason. That's when they rob Jason Momoa's dad.
Yep. So that's with the big vault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's 5. He's in 6. That's when he kind of starts teaming up.
That's when they team up.
That's with Letty. They go after Jason Statham's brother. When Gal Gadot dies. Yeah. And then 7 was when... Where is 7?
I think Fast 7 is Hobbs and Shaw.
No, Hobbs and Shaw is right here, dude. Number 7 is when Paul Walker died in the middle of filming it. And they did the big ending with they split and they played that Wiz Khalifa song.
Was that 7?
That was 7. For sure. It's just easier if I just fucking... It's because I hit search for Fast. So there's 2 Fast and Furious. I was like, I have all of them. Because here's 9, which is when they brought in John Cena.
Yeah.
Is Dom's brother.
That's the last one that was the one that came out before 10. That was the one that came out before
here's
X.
4, here's 6. Yeah, Furious 7 right here. Which The Rock is right there in the front.
Oh, I thought he was only in 2.
No, he's in 7 because that's when Paul Walker died halfway through the movie.
Gotcha.
And they did the big farewell and
and at the end when he splits out. Yeah, you don't need to over fucking explain it, bro. I get what you're saying, dog.
Well, do you remember the song?
Yes. It's been a long day without you, my friend. I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. And they split off in a fucking Supra and a fucking Charger.
Yes.
Do you want to keep explaining? Do I understand what you're talking about?
Yes. They played that song in 10, and I about cried. And it wasn't even the full song. Awkward silence. Anyways, so Hobbs and Shaw happened after, like, it was either 7 or 8. I'm pretty sure it was 8.
Yeah, the big fight scenes and shit like that I remember between fucking The Rock and fucking Jason Statham were majoritively in Hobbs and Shaw. Because Hobbs was the villain, I'm pretty sure, in the movie before.
Hobbs was the villain in 5.
Was that 5?
That was, yeah, because that's when he first showed up. He was the bad guy, and then it flipped, and his partner was working with Shaw.
Shaw was his little brother.
Yes. Was the little brother,
yeah,
Shaw.
Jason Statham's little brother.
Yes. That's
how he got brought into the series because they wrecked his shit. That
was 6, my bad.
Yeah, because they wrecked his little brother's shit, and then their mom, who's fucking like the kingpin of their family and shit like that, which you see in.
She's a gangster.
She's so fucking funny. She's in Hobbs and she's in Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, and she's in 10.
And she's fucking hilarious.
She comes back in 10 too.
Does she? Well, she makes
because at the end of 9,
if I remember correctly, like since her appearance, like when they first like brought her in, like if Jason Statham's in the movie, like she always makes a cameo in some way, shape, or form.
Oh yeah,
because, just because like he always asks her for advice or how to do something in some way, shape, or form. Because she's like,
there it is.
Because my favorite one is when they go see her in the fucking in prison, and she's like, oh yeah, takes the fucking cuffs off when she stands up. She's like, oh yeah, you know they can't hold me, and then just like walks off in the car. She's like, God damn it!
And he's like, what the fuck? She was a gangster in that movie.
Fucking his mom cracked me up.
I'm just, do you not remember the soccer match?
No, huh? I really actually don't.
It's not going to play any of the sound, but yeah, they did the hockey Or fucking, what the fuck is it called? The tribal dance. The threatened dance, or whatever.
Yeah, the Islander dance. The battle dance.
Yeah, because see, there's Cypher. He's like, I got your kid. Yeah, that thing. It's a hockey, isn't it? I think that's what it's called. You don't remember this at
maybe.
all?
And which one's this?
8.
8?
Yeah.
I think I maybe only seen 8. Once or twice, I could be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, like, because that happens, they come up to him and are like, hey, we need you. And he's like, I got a bunch of kids to deal with. Yeah, see? Because then they fight in jail. Because little nobody puts him in handcuffs and he goes, think about your daughter.
I thought this, for some reason, I remember this scene happening in fucking Hobbs and Shaw.
I was like,
because they had a brutal ass fucking fight scene in Hobbs and Shaw too.
Yeah, they fucking the rematch.
Yeah, a couple of times. Like they fought each other quite a few times between like 2 movies.
Because this is what like made the
because and really for absolutely no more apparent reason than the other one thinks they can just beat the other one's ass. Like that is the only fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like,
but I remember the Cherokee drum part specifically in 8 though. But you had me questioning it.
Well, that's why I it may not be to this extent, but I know there was a couple of fight scenes either involving them or between them that were just absolutely fucking brutal. Like the 2 of them going through the 2 like tunnels.
Yeah.
And like one of them was absolutely, I think Jason Statham had to fight a fuck ton of people, and then The Rock didn't.
Yeah, because they took him to jail because they grabbed him from the soccer match and was like, we need you your team. Mm-hmm. He grabs Dom and everybody. And then that's when Dom stole the EMP, the big fucking EMP on the back of the thing.
Gotcha. And
took off, and he wrecked Hobbs. That's what puts him in the hospital. And then they go and put his ass in jail.
I need to watch the series again, just from start to finish.
This is, yeah, because they escape.
I don't know. Personally, I like the later half of the series just because it's more, I personally think it's more intense.
This dude from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, big ginger bitch.
Yeah, because see, here's the, like, that was like 28 minutes into Fast 8, too. Because this led to Hobbs and Shaw. Because there's, yeah, he's going to jail. But where's the part? Yeah, right here. You can't hear it, but. Mm-hmm. He's like, you know better. He's like, I wouldn't do that shit. He's like, but you got to do it for now. And little nobody runs his mouth. Like, just straight snap. Yeah.
He just stops the guards. I forgot about that. He stops guards. You should not. It's okay. He's not gonna kill it. He's not gonna kill him. He's just warning him.
Like a big ass gorilla. Yeah, so that was.
I mean, the Rock could literally pick me up like that. Like, yeah, either one of us could literally do that to us.
The big submarine. I can't remember if Rock was in the big submarine.
Dude, for some reason, most of the time, I just remember fucking Tyrese's bitch ass freaking out for some fucking reason if he's in space or in the Arctic or.
Because he took a fucking.
He took the car into space.
He took the Lamborghini to Antarctica.
No, he was freaking out even more when I think, what was it, 9 where they went into space?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, him and Luda flew into space. Dude, I fucking died. Oh, it was him.
Yeah,
I was cracking up so much. Oh, this is 8 where he's the villain?
No, this is Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which came after 8 and before 9.
Gotcha. I thought it was fucking in between 7 and 8.
No, it was between 8 and 9. Yeah, because here's his daughter. He doesn't want to be a cop again. But they give him the badge anyway, and he looks at his daughter like, "No, I'm good." I haven't seen Hobbs and Shaw in a minute though.
I've seen Hobbs and Shaw more than I've seen 8.
Yeah, because Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's the only cameo Ryan Reynolds has ever done in any Fast and Furious fucking movie.
I was waiting for him to show up in 10.
I think Ryan Reynolds would have been a fucking dude. I think Ryan Reynolds would have been fucking great.
Right. Yeah. So, and then 9
Islander Tribal.
Oh, damn it, why do I keep just closing it? But it helps that I have all of them, so I can do this.
Okay, transition.
And then 9, and then 10.
Transition.
What you got?
I'm ruining shit because you haven't been fucking watching it, and I'm tired of not being able to fucking talk about it because you're a bitch. We're talking about Bleach.
Dun, dun, dun!
Because I have to keep fucking holding back from talking about it.
Go for it.
That shit has been
half podcast. Go for it.
Nutty. Like I was telling you earlier, this week's episode, we got Renji's actual Bankai.
We got Rukia's.
And we got Rukia's Bankai.
Yeah.
Rukia's Bankai, like, especially with, like, the animation.
Here.
Like,
We're good. Tip touch.
Technical difficulties.
Do a tip touch before we start. All right.
Double tap.
That should always be the very first rule if zombies take over people. Zombie apocalypse. I will not stress this enough.
Rule 1, check the back seat. Rule 2, double tap.
Well, rule 1's technically cardio. But always fucking double tap.
Rule
Same thing
1,
with the
cardio.
villain. When
Rule
there's
2,
a villain.
check the back seat. Rule 3, double tap.
And 4s always have a way out.
I don't care about the first 3. If
Uh,
I'm double tapping, I'll make a way out.
But when there's somebody trying to kill your family, don't be the bigger person. Don't be the hero. Be a Deadpool. He killed Francis right there. He could have let him walk and he'd come back. Nope, double tap. Boom.
Done.
Always do the double tap.
If you know there ain't any way in hell that we can reform this motherfucker,
Double tap.
double tap.
Always remember that.
Double tap.
So, little public service announcement.
Pedos.
Double tap.
Double tap.
Anybody hurt your kids?
Anybody in Texas that commits more than one murder in one shot and is seen by more than 3 people, double tap. That's actually damn near a real law in Texas.
I mean,
if you commit a murder in the state, if I remember correctly, if you commit a murder in the state of Texas and you are seen by more than 3 witnesses, it's essentially instant death penalty. Like Texas fucking back in the early 2000s was like, express lane.
You get a ticket. You get a ticket.
You get injection. You get injection.
That didn't tell me what I want.
Murder is a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is 5 to 99 years of life in prison and up to $10,000.
It says if
10 racks and a fine for murder. That's it.
If it was committed due to a sudden passion, it's punished as a second-degree felony. Not a first degree.
Yeah, first degree has to have intent,
which is 2 to 20 years. So that's just
homicide. And that depends.
Is.
That depends on the state because that 99 years, if you catch a life sentence, they can give you the death penalty. You can only be given the life the death penalty is if the equivalent to the punishment is a life sentence.
Pretty much.
Which is 99 years.
Does Texas still have capital punishment?
Fuck yeah, they do. Texas is one of the few that still actually uses it, too.
I know none of the fucking West Coast are going to have it.
Washington still does. Washington still has the death penalty. We just don't use it. Washington, you can still, for the last time I checked, was probably within the last, 5 years.
Florida, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas.
Or at least at one point in time, Washington...
Alabama and Mississippi was 2022.
Yeah, well, I don't know when Washington got rid of it, but I know at least back when we were in high school 10 years ago, or a little over 10 years ago, 12, 15, almost 15 years ago now, shit. Washington actually did, so I can say at least 10 to 15 years ago that Washington did have a death penalty. We just didn't enforce it.
Oh, here you go, right here.
Yeah, which states have a death penalty?
So green is none. Yellow is hiatus. So they're on the fence, and then red is it. They still got death penalty.
Yeah,
that's a lot more than it said. So.
Washington used to, and Washington.
Oregon is yellow, bro.
It depends. It all just depends on the fucking crime. Because the rule, you got to realize, bro. Southern Oregon is still extremely red. Extremely red. There's just a higher population in Northern Oregon.
It says includes governor-imposed moratoriums, court-ordered halts, and halts due to lack of lethal drugs. Is the yellow. So it's just put to the side for now.
Yeah, so Washington before they got rid of theirs was one of the last states that you could actually still get lynched as a death penalty.
Like, that's crazy.
When Washington got rid of it, you essentially had two choices how you could get killed in the state of Washington by the state for a death penalty: lethal injection or death by public hanging.
Dude, give me the hanging.
The facts.
Just give me the hanging. Even better, give me the guillotine.
That would
give me the executioner.
That would fuck so much of society up watching that in public.
I want that. Fuck the hanging. Cut that bastard's head off.
So the
his fucking head off.
But the reason I would still support like a public hanging, especially like over like a pedophile or like a murderer or some shit.
Yeah.
For the pure fact of one, it still gets the same substantial but subtle point across that like a guillotine or like a public like executioner does.
I mean, I guess
it without the graphicness. Because, you know, that's going to be... think about it in today's time. If somebody got their head fucking lopped off and they were a fucking outrageous fucking pedophile and raped and killed fucking 30 kids. Like, just pure extent, you know that motherfucker.
So the evilest of evil.
Yeah, just pure evil. Like, there's still going to be motherfuckers that'll be like, well, because he lopped his head off and fucking bled out and everybody had to fucking see that, oh, it got on me, like, that's not okay, blah, 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 blah. But you lynch a motherfucker and you watch his fucking feast kick or his fucking neck snaps from the 6-foot drop, like, what do you gotta say? The worst you can say is he fucking strangled to death. Okay, what about those 30 fucking kids that he strangled to goddamn death after he fucking diddled their butthole? Like,
so it's the same thing as kind of like the lethal injection. Like, it's quick. Like, it literally.
I'd honestly rather see some, depending on like the severity of the fucking crime committed. I'd rather watch your feet kick.
I mean, I can see both sides. I can see watching them suffer before they die with the hanging.
Okay, some motherfucker like that though that I just described, I'd rather watch him suffer.
Instant mercy of just lopping the head off and ending it. But I want to see the blood spread.
You gotta realize, bro. Hold on. That wasn't instant mercy back in the day, bro. Like, you do realize, like,
well, your brain is still active for 6 minutes.
That's not my point. Shut up and let me finish. How big are the executioners always portrayed to be from those times and shit like that?
Huge.
Exactly.
Like the mountain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So do you realize even with somebody that's that fucking big, how hard it is for them with that kind of fucking something that fucking big, how hard it actually is still to cut somebody's head off like that? Half the time it took multiple fucking tries.
Cool.
That's why they created, that was the main reason for creating the guillotine, because the guillotine was a more humane way to do it than an executioner lopping off your head. That's why they didn't call it chop. The actual term that they used back in the day was lop.
Yes.
Lop took more than one strike. When you lop something down, correct. It's not one clean strike. You lop off their head, not cut off their head, which is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, it is really hard to cut through bone.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody
like
that's
samurais and shit like that through that, like, dude, that's why they went through your fucking, like, smaller extremities, like your pinkies and your toes and shit like that, because you can go through a joint. Or they would take you off at the elbow or the shoulder, because it was a joint. That's the weakest part. You're cutting in between bone instead of trying to cut through bone. And even cutting through, like, a stack of tendon and muscle like this, even with an extremely stark sword, like, that's difficult. Like, even
when it's already broken.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
like,
extremely difficult.
Just so you guys know, we've never done any of that.
No.
To a human.
So I started martial arts at like 12
You've done
years
martial
old,
arts.
and,
I
like,
used to hunt.
And like
I've skinned deer and elk and
to take an external force and actually like break your femur, so which is like your biggest bone in your body. That it realistically actually isn't that hard. It only takes 8 pounds per square inch, if I remember correctly, to break that fucking bone.
Just at the right spot.
Dead center of the bone where it's going to be the fucking hardest and normally where shit fucking snaps. It takes 8 pounds per square inch, like, to break that bone. No matter where it fucking breaks, that's the equivalent of pounds per square inch on the surface of the full surface of that bone that it takes to break it.
8 pounds per square inch?
Uh-huh. That's not a lot of weight. It's really not.
No.
But you take that 8 pounds per square inch and then figure out mathematically what that weight's going to be by, like, the full fucking, like, what, foot of that bone? 16 inches of that bone?
We do have a Google machine.
Well, like I'm not trying to go into all that. I'm just saying, like,
but now I'm curious.
But it's different. It's different for everybody because of size. Everybody's bones mass is a little bit different. Like density's a little bit different. Their internal marrow count is a little bit different, which helps with the density. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like, it's just that's really not that much until you get to the point of like looking at it out as a whole, and like that's gonna take a minimum of a fucking cinder block to even crack that bitch. Like, somebody just from fucking 6 feet in the air, bow right onto your fucking thigh. Like, that's going to take fucking at least a cinder block. And that bitch is going to suck, but you're still going to walk away from that.
I don't even think that would break.
Like, it's that...
A cinder block from, let's say, the roof.
Like 6 feet. That's like 10 feet. But, like, from the top, 10, like, standing top rung of a 6 foot fucking ladder, you're going to be probably, like, 8-10 feet.
Nah, that wouldn't break a femur.
Yeah, okay, crack it, but like...
Maybe crack it. I don't feel like that would break.
Like,
I mean, I've had some fucking...
But that's why, I mean, fuck, you get a fracture and fucking it's considered a break. Like...
I mean, okay.
You fracture your foot, it's considered a broken foot. Like...
Yeah.
I
mean, you chip a windshield.
Still considered a broken windshield.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's all in generics of how shit's said. You go in and be like, oh yeah, he has a fractured foot. To be like, okay, patient has fractured
broke his foot in your ass.
Yeah, like... Patient has fractured / broken foot, needs cast. Like,
yeah, or splint or whatever.
Whatever. It's just they're gonna generic it. Broken foot, need foot cast, need foot splint.
8 pounds per square inch just does not sound like a lot.
It's really not. Like, if you think about it, like per like a little by like 1 by 1, like that's really not a lot.
No.
But you're thinking that is but that's why if you look at our body, if you take all of the little parts of our body, our muscle, our tendons, like the tissues and all that shit, like. And lay that out, like the muscles and the tendons and the bones, like really just the tendons and the bones are like the 2 strongest parts of our bodies. Most of the time the muscle will tear before the tendon will.
Right, because the tendon's what holds it all together.
Yeah, the tension, the tendons our tendons are built to hold a higher tension because that's the shit that like helps retract, and then the muscles pull forward. Like,
and that's what
when you snap a muscle, your shit tension. Fucking comes in from all that tension on your tendons wanting to come back.
It's like a bungee cord.
Yep, like a rubber band.
Yeah.
And so like you do all of
like a gomu.
Yeah, like gum.
Yeah.
The Nika fruit, bitch. The Nika fruit. That's just not what it's called. Is the Nika fruit.
Fuck it. So just anyway, you were talking about Bleach. I'm sorry, but you did start. We went down this little rabbit hole.
But seeing Rukia's Bankai, that was fucking super gorgeous. And then at the end of it, because Rukia's Bankai was the end of the episode, essentially before like the post credits or whatever. Because essentially every episode at least that I've paid attention to for this part two of Thousand Year Old Blood War has had something.
Post credits.
Yeah, has had something after the episode. And like for the first couple, I think it was like I think you saw Bleach in the first episode or two, through the main part of the episode very lightly, and then through the last like few episodes, except for this last one, you only saw Ichigo at the end credit scene, like at like the post credit or whatever.
He's been training.
Yeah.
They're skipping the training arc.
So you're seeing... So all of his training is actually just walking through this corridor.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But so they're just not showing us. They're showing everybody else's stuff.
But so now at the end of this episode for the post-credit, Ichigo's done with the training. He's gone through the corridor because we saw the end of that in the last after credit that we saw of him.
Right.
And that's... The purpose for that was to anybody who's gone through this, because the only way you can get into this domain is for permission from the Soul King, to see if you are capable of sustaining the Soul King's power.
I do remember that part.
So you either do or you fucking die, like essentially is how it goes. And all you're doing is the further you get down, or the closer you get to the end of this tunnel, is the closer you get to bearing the full weight that you're going to have to bear having this power.
Yeah.
And so, like, essentially, as you're, like, 5 steps away from it, that's when you're getting hit with it the fucking heaviest. This is the last test to see if you can get past this step to be able to exit. Because then those last steps are going to be cake or whatever.
Right.
That's the, you deserve it, you've made it, now it's the easy part to get to the finish line.
It's the jog after the sprint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, like, then I think it was at least this last episode, it may have been the one before that, too, but you didn't see anything. No after credit episodes. It's just been about the fights that have been going on between the Sternritter and the Soul Reapers.
Yeah.
And this one was the end of Star, which he was started out fighting. Who the fuck was it? The one with the 69 tattooed on his face.
Oh, Takashi?
Yeah, Takashi. It's fucking hilarious.
I don't fucking remember his name either.
He's a lieutenant for one of the squads. And that may be the wrong character. I don't remember. But they were getting their ass whooped by him, and then Renji shows up to fight him, and then Renji essentially whoops his ass, and then Rukia shows up to fight the one that took Byakuya's Bankai, the one with the letter F for fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so essentially Rukia does this badass shit where she can now, after training up in fucking the Zero Division, she can now put her body for the current status that she's at perfect freezing, where essentially she's dead. And she can do this where once she cools her body down and gets to that absolute part, she can withstand that for 4 seconds. And it's once she hits that perfect freezing, then it's the 4 seconds start. So Fear is trying to use his fucking shrift and shit, his power to instill fear on her like he did to Byakuya and shit when he took his fucking Bankai. And it didn't fucking work because Rukia was technically dead. Fear doesn't work on the dead. Her heart is stopped. She could use her Reishi to control her body and everything and still manipulate whatever.
For 4 seconds. Right?
Yeah. So she ends up fucking like Jesse gashing him the fuck out, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes back, her body starts warming up and shit like that, realiving. Well, once it goes back to full temperature, he awakens his shrift, and like she sees just this brutal, like super creepy face. It's essentially his awakened fucking shrift face, and he looks fucking creepy. Like, look up Sternritter F.
Look up who?
Sternritter F.
Okay.
From Bleach, just Bleach letter F.
I don't kind of how to spell it. Oh, this one. Okay, I remember.
Yeah,
her in the
dude,
manga.
he was fucking creepy, bro. In
I always thought it was a chick.
No, it's a dude.
I always thought it was a chick.
Yeah, it's a dude, and like because like once he awakens his shrift, bro, he just Yeah, but like if you look super close from like right here to like all the way down his shit, those are stitches.
Yeah,
those are straight stitches. But he was creepy, and then at the end of it, like right as he's like super like starting to wrap Rukia in his fear, like in his fear and shit like that, and using his like his final move for his shrift and shit, or I'm pretty sure it was. Byakuya comes back, and like you just see the petals from fucking his sword and shit from its awakened state.
I remember him now.
Yeah, it was super creepy.
Oh yeah.
And so you see the petals come down and break through the fucking like eyeball circle that he's fucking made around Rukia to fucking show fear. And the petals just go through it and shit like that. And then fucking he starts talking shit, going, "Oh yeah, that's your Bankai, da 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 da
da da da da."
And fucking Kuchiki's like, "Oh yeah? Bet, dog, you had my Bankai, but you didn't spend enough time with it or probably even use it at all to realize this is my Shikai." He just goes,
"Oh, what?"
Huh?
And at that moment, he realized.
And then he goes
fucked up.
He goes into this whole fucking tangent of like, you don't realize what you have or how you're using it or really get the opportunity to actually think about how you're using it or the way that you should be using it, like when you did at the start, until you lose it. So I really want to thank you for taking that back away, and now I actually have it back, so I have a better understanding. But you're not going to find out what that understanding is because I'm not going to fight you. She's going to beat your ass.
Pretty much.
And
like they really did.
And then he like puts his hand on Rukia and he's like, "You good?" And she's like, "Bet, I'm straight." And then you see her just straight do her shit. And fucking then that.
Yeah, so that's how it ended, right?
No, so it actually ends after.
Or did she actually fight in her Bankai?
She hits him with one attack and fucking essentially uses her finishing move and shit like that, and fucking fucking flexes her shit, fucking snaps his wig.
Because I do remember seeing this in the manga.
And
but it didn't look that fucking
sexually
good.
Flexes her shit. And
it didn't look
fucks him up good. And then like afterwards, like Byakuya puts his hand on her hands because she's sitting there holding her fucking the hilt of her sword. Because dude, it looks like the hilt of her sword's like this fucking long, dog. Like she's holding it like fucking this. Like after you see her use the move. And fucking just hands.
That's fucking a lot.
Yeah, dude, her hilt looks like it's that fucking long, dog. Like it was nutty.
That's a lot.
And
I just want to see that.
He puts, because this is the first time she's actually like released her Bankai.
Right.
He puts his hand on her to like console her and like calm her down and like, okay, let's bring it back. And
that's not.
He goes, release it slowly. release it slowly. And it's just like, it's this really gorgeous scene at the end of like him talking to her, of like telling him how proud of, like essentially how proud he is of her and how strong she's become. And like her just like, finally he's accepted me and shit like that. And like you see her Bankai like slowly going away, and it starts like, you just see this top of her hair start like turning black again.
So it just starts like
just,
warming her up.
Yeah, essentially like just slowly peeking off and shit. Look at her hilt! Look at her hilt!
God damn!
Look at that shit!
Her outfit's gangster though.
Dude, she's gorgeous, bro. She's do you know what the nickname she got dubbed was?
I don't.
The Ice Queen.
Okay.
Because of her
Bankai.
Yeah, well, her Bankai and her Shikai is ice, just like fucking the kid is. The captain, the kid captain.
Right.
Hitsugaya. Hitsugaya, they're the only two with ice on.
It's funny because he's like my favorite, and I still was drawing a blank on it too.
Yeah, I can never remember his fucking name.
You said you're like, oh, the kid, and I'm like, oh,
the kid that's a captain.
Yeah, it's
with Rangiku.
Yeah.
The fucking
there's
another one you could have fucking picked. Broad smash the shit out of Rangiku. You know she a hoe and she a freak.
I forget about her so much.
Tag team that bitch with Orihime, bro. Got the two redheads at the same time.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking two bad redheads at the same damn time.
Well, 3 if you count you.
2.5.
Oh, you're okay.
Only got a red beard.
Only the half. Okay. That's gangster, though, bro.
I'm telling you, dog. I understand you probably wait till it's fucking dubbed so it'll be easier for you to fucking watch.
No, I'm not waiting for the dub.
It's just like there's so much going on that like reading it, like you have to pay attention.
Exactly.
So like, oh my god.
So that's what makes
it
hard.
Worth it. But it's fucking worth it, bro. It has been so pretty.
It looks. I just pulled up videos and pictures.
So pretty, bro. Just look at that picture, and that's literally a cut from the episode.
Yeah,
like that is a fucking freeze frame from the episode.
That's what I mean. Like
I'm pretty sure that's after the fight, like before fucking. That's either right before, like right after she releases Bankai, or right after she fucking whooped Fear's ass.
Yeah, it looks fucking great. It looks great. I'll watch it. Give me some time.
Fuck it.
Give me a little bit. I had to watch Fast and 10 and all that.
I watched the first episode is on 100. I think like week before last. I was going to talk about that last week.
No, there is something we do need to talk about though.
What?
Have you watched Futurama?
I have not. Well, I forgot that they fucking started releasing new episodes.
It's every Monday.
Is it every? It's on Hulu, right?
Yep.
How many episodes have they
released?
They
did 3.
They've done 3 already.
Tomorrow will be number 4. And bro,
how are they?
So are
they nostalgic? Are they nostalgic like the old ones?
So I am caught up on Futurama so far.
Oh, okay.
And it is
the only ones I haven't seen would be the new ones. That's it.
Okay, but you watched all the.
Oh fuck
okay.
yeah!
Okay,
multiple times, bro.
It starts.
That is like out of Family Guy, Futurama, Simpsons, like all of that shit. Like that is
okay. So we're on the same page here. Okay, so
like it's been a long time, so I'm a little fuzzy on a little shit, but like that was my shit.
All the voices are back.
So it's all and is it the full? You still have Zoidberg, Bender, Hermes, Professor, Leela, Fry, Amy, Kev,
Zach Brannigan, all of them.
Yes,
all of them. Like one episode's literally Kif and Amy, the whole episode.
Just like they used to.
They're kids. Do you remember he was pregnant and they had kids in the swamp? Well, it's fucking 20 years later. They got kids. So there's a whole episode about that. They did a whole episode about Bitcoin.
Schmizmar.
Yeah, the Schmizmar or whatever.
The Schmizmar episode.
The first episode, like literally all they're doing is cracking jokes about streaming. And getting canceled and coming back to streaming. And this is like they're...
Just the fourth party jokes they did. Like, he's like, dude, when they got canceled the first time?
Yeah. Like what South Park does.
Yeah, because this was the second time that Futurama has been canceled, and now it's come back.
Right, and
this would be the third running of Futurama.
So technically, it wasn't.
It was canceled. They canceled it.
Technically, it wasn't though, because it ended. It was a series finale. They even called it the finale.
Oh, I heard it got canceled because they wouldn't renew the contract after the season.
Spoiler for the last 10 years if you ain't seen it. Hence the whole him and Leela trapped in time forever.
Right. Yeah, the last episode.
And then the professor shows up at the end, and he's like, all right, you want one more go around?
Running this back again, or what?
Yeah. So that was the end. Mm-hmm. That was supposed to be the series finale.
Right. Yeah,
which I teared up.
Oh, that was a great episode.
And that's exactly where it starts.
Is when they come back from that?
It does a whole recap for you. Like, it shows you that last episode, just like bits and pieces of them being old, and then the professor showing up, and they go back in time, and then it starts. And he goes, holy crap, it's 3023? He's like, I've been in the future for
God damn it, I did it again.
years.
Son of a bitch. Now all I need to do is fall out of the chair and it'd be fucking the trifecta. Oh, working on it.
You're right. That chair's a little bit harder to fall out than any of them.
Fuck, I can't bet. Watch this shit. I'll figure it out by the end of the episode.
But it looks the same, but better. It is fabulous.
Fablassi.
It is fucking amazing.
Yeah, well, it looks like I know what I'm fucking watching when I get home.
Yeah, like it's...
Hour and a half. I'm still irritated from the reason why I left. Watch Futurama. Fuck off.
It's really good, bro. Like, it is super good.
I'll fold laundry while I watch Futurama, I guess.
Yeah. I'll go, like, lay in bed Monday night. Slap it on before I go to bed.
If I want to do that, because normally the kids, like... have the TV downstairs. Like, normally it's fucking keep them entertained while they're running around, or like Lexi will fucking watch something. So like I'm normally like just sitting out back with the back door open, like fucking around with my phone, because I like to sit outside. Like I spend most of my day outside.
Yeah, I do too.
Naturally, like my habitat is the back patio.
Plus, smoke and all that. And yeah, no, I know.
Watching the Tic Tacs, the Tic Tacs.
Just sitting there
watching the TikToks, being that dad that's from the inside, and the kid starts saying, "Hey! Hey, shut the fuck up in there!"
Yeah, pretty much.
You make me chase you, I'm gonna beat the fuck out you.
Pretty much. Same Z's.
So then that way, like, if they decide to go and run out back, then there's an adult out back.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah. So Futurama's been really good. So you'll love it. You will fucking love it.
Good, because I'm a big Futurama fan.
I got one more thing I need to tell you before this is all done.
Okay.
I don't know if you got any more for the episode, but I got one more thing, and it involves Post Malone. Yeah.
Okay.
I got to talk. It's nerd shit, so we got to, but I'm curious.
Okay.
So, Post Malone.
Starting to get hot in here.
I know. Post Malone he bought a Magic card. Have you heard about this?
No.
So...
did he, like, come on it and then sell it?
Guess how much he spent on this one Magic card?
Oh, probably like 1.2 mil.
$2.6 million for one card.
For fuck's sake. What is it, an misprint or something?
So, Magic had teamed up with Lord of the Rings. Because I think Wizards of the Coast owns both of them anyway. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. But they teamed up with Lord of the Rings and did like a Lord of the Rings print for Magic cards. They made the One Ring, is what it's called. A 1 of 1. It is literally the only card in the world, and somebody pulled it from a pack. Post Malone bought it from them, $2.6 million. Like, dead ass, bro. It's a 1
that
of 1.
That motherfucker just came up on a come up for that one card.
MTG, right here. Like, it is a legit... No, it's not that one. It's... Or is it that one? Legit 1 of 1. That's exactly what it looks like. 1 of 1.
How the fuck do you even read what it does?
It doesn't do anything. There's another copy of it. But that is the only 1 of 1. Like, see,
so it's essentially there's one out there for play, and then
there's an actual One Ring for it.
There's an actual playing card, and then there's a collectible card that you had to pull from a pack.
This is the 1 of 1.
Gotcha. That's the collectible card. That's the collector's one.
Yeah, there it is in the case.
And it's only a 9?
Yeah. It's not even a PSA 10 or nothing, bro.
What the fuck?
But fucking...
how is that not... Dude, unless that kid, like, fucking... What was there some dust on it when he sent it in? That card looks immaculate.
Where is it? Yeah, Post Malone. So Post Malone bought it for $2.6 million, bro. This says $2 million, but it's 2.6. Like, just casually, like, here's the TikTok.
He said, "Fuck yeah!" But
that's the dude.
That
pulled it out of the pack.
He's like, "You want to give me how much for it? Fucking bet."
Yeah, and he's just over here like, "What other cards you got?" Yeah, 2.6.
He's like, bro, that's like, you think I just wanted to walk away with what, dog? What else you got? Let's just run this ticket up, dog. I got it.
One fucking card.
That's fucking retarded, dude. Like that Charizard that fucking Logan Paul bought.
That was fake.
Was it fake?
It's fake. the fake $2 million Charizard? Yeah, the fake $1 million or whatever?
Yeah, because the real one's worth $1 million fucking bucks.
Yeah, the fake fucking Charizard. I
didn't realize that was a fake.
Dude, apparently he's been fucking buying and trading and a bunch of fake cards.
What a bitch.
What a bitch. Don't quote me on that. Like, here, let's get it just in case. So I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I like having this.
Dude, they fucking, like, the way that those two bicker just fucking annoys me.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Charizard was fake. Because he, like, lost his shit. Yeah, the fucking PSA Charizard. Which is funny, because I had, like, 10 of those bitches. Why didn't I save any of them?
Yeah.
Ferg? Why did you let me get out of Pokemon?
Motherfucker, I was never in it like that.
I know. Yeah, so that one, it was $1 million. Yeah.
Okay, it's starting to get way too hot in here to talk about fucking Logan Paul. Fuck him.
Fuck
I don't care.
Guy. Either way, it's fake.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of fake shit.
But it's getting hot in here. I'm getting close to fucking sweating. This is uncomfortable. So we are gonna end the podcast right here. We love you. I am hot. Like Derek Lewis said at the UFC, my balls are sweating. It's hot. I need to work on my cardio.
Ben and Jerry's sweaty balls.
Yeah. So thanks for the sweaty nut episode of the Tenacious Geeks. It is really hot here. We love you. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.